watching SportsBeat.
And hi there, everybody. Welcome to the Beat. Glad to have you aboard tonight. All right, the dog days of summer, and to me that means waiting for the NFL and college football to start, and also playing some baseball.
Hey, baseball's good. Hey, the last 6 weeks of the regular season should be fun. The race in the AL West is pretty tight, and 1.5 games separate 5 teams for 2 wildcard spots in the National League.
A couple of them, Cubs, Pirates, tied at 1. Bottom of the 9th, Pirates have them loaded. Only 1 out, but Corey Dickerson, that's a double play to end the inning. We go to extra. Top of the 11th, still tied at 1. Cubs load the bases. Albert Amora Jr. at the play, but Richard Rodriguez gets him looking. So we go to the bottom of the 11th. Nobody on for Pittsburgh's Adam Frazier.
And a drive to right center field. And out goes Frazier with a walk-off.
You got to like that call. Frazier's 3rd career walk-off, but the Cubs, with the loss, still lead the NL Central by 3.5.
All right, the red-hot Red Sox looking for a sweep of the Rays. Top of the 9th, former Utes C.J. Cron.
Shot, high fly ball, deep left field. Back it goes. It is gone.
Cron's 24th homer of the season. Rays shut out the best bats in baseball, 2-0. The Red Sox fall to 88-37.
The Murdoch Automotive No Regrets play of the game.
Marlins Nationals, first inning, foul ball into foul territory. How about that by Adam Eaton? Don't know if he's related to Mark, but he got up as high as Mark there, about 7'6". He's only 5'9", though. That's pretty cool stuff.
I didn't even see the catch. I was just mesmerized by his mustache.
Okay.
Bees in Reno trying to end a 5-game skid. Luis Rengifo doing his party, leads off the game with a home run to right field, part of a 5-run inning for the Bees. Let's go to the 6th. Jose Briceño adds his lead, a solo shot to make it 7-1. Reno rallied to tie it, but Rengifo's RBI single in the 9th gives the Bees an 8-7 win.
All right, of course, Mark Eaton's only 7'4", but with Eaton's leap, way over 7'6". I just wanted to clarify that so I didn't get called, say, hey, Eaton's only 7'4". All right, now football. Week 2 of the NFL preseason in the books. Several local players battling for roster spots.
Yeah, and several made a great impression in Week 2, so we thought it would be fun to count down the top 5 plays by locals in the NFL this week.
Lost it, and it fell right at the feet of 3 San Francisco 49ers. Fred Warner with a recovery.
Fred Warner, playing middle linebacker for the 49ers, came up with a fumble recovery. Also had 5 tackles in this game.
A lot of pressure once again. Sudfeld goes down again. Kyle Van Noy.
Yeah, number 4 on the list, Kyle Van Noy on an ad blitz. Thanks to Brady Papinga for the tip on that. This guy blocks, so he takes an open lane to the quarterback for the sack. You know, Kyle is poised for a big season, and he looks like he's ready with plays like that.
Pick. That's a pick.
Yeah, James Cowser trying to earn a linebacker spot with the Raiders. Having this pick on tape will certainly help his cause. The former Davis Dart and Southern Utah Thunderbird reads that pass perfectly for the pick.
Hill steps up. He's a very good athlete. You see it there. Inside the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Taysom started Friday. Had a rough game, 4 turnovers, but this 43-yard run was terrific. Good enough for number 2 on the countdown. Now it's time for number 1.
Kelly taking a shot. Oh, that's a great play by Tim Patrick.
Now, former Ute receiver Tim Patrick has a great chance to make the Denver Broncos roster. This grab will certainly help his cause.
Gonna see it. No, we're not. Okay.
Trust me, it was great.
Yeah, it was. All right, we are in countdown mode for the college football opener.
Yeah, 11 days. So Weber State is in Rice-Eccles with the Utes. This week in Rice-Eccles, Kyle Whittingham put his guys through one final scrimmage.
Okay, let's get after it. Keep it clean. Take care of your teammates. Have some great competition.
All right, our cameras weren't allowed, but the Utah Athletic Department sent out these highlights. Receivers had some nice catches. Bronson Boyd and Travis Solomon. Ennis right there over the defender. And this pass from Jack Tuttle to Jamison Fields. Zach Moss and Armand Shine, they would find the end zone. Jeremiah, I love passing, but I am so interested to see how Shine and Moss are going to be used and how much they're going to be used this season.
They got a great 1-2 punch. People forget about Shine.
Yep.
I'm intrigued by the linebacker position. There's plenty of depth there.
I think Wishbone.
You want to turn back the clock and go wishbone, huh? All right, back to the linebackers. Yeah, the addition this week of BYU transfer Francis Bernard should really help the depth. He went through his first practice Monday, put the pads on Wednesday. He did what he was asked during the offseason, and now he gets a second chance at Utah.
He had some work to do, you know, to get here, and he busted his rear end and got it all done.
Kyle, any reservations about some of the struggles he had off the field, bringing him in here?
No, we'll handle him here. He'll fit right in with our guys. We'll take him under their wing, and we expect him to, you know, become us. We won't become him. He'll become us.
How hard is it for anybody to break into rotation this late?
It's hard, but it's not undoable. You know, it's still, well, we got 14 practices left before we play. It's a long season. He's a guy that, you know, has a lot of experience at you know, the Division I level, and so it's not anything that is beyond his reach. Well, this program's all about earning your way. Nothing's given to you, and so we'll see what he earns.
Well, Bernard's former team, the Cougars, held a scrimmage on Thursday. A good look for Kalani Stockey and Jeff Grimes for the battle starting quarterback spot. That's Tanner Mingham connecting with Dallin Holker. Freshman Zach Wilson hooking up with Micah Simon. Guys, 13 days to decide on a starter.
Just a football game, and you know, you just want to come out here and have fun. I think that's the best way to approach it. You don't want to you want to have that confidence in everything you do, no matter, you know, what mistakes go on. You gotta kind of keep that swagger, I guess.
Didn't really get into rhythm the way that I'd like to, and I think it started with not being as efficient on first down as we'd like to be. We had too many times where we didn't get enough on 1st and 10, and so then we were looking at 2nd and 8, and we just kind of got out of rhythm.
Maybe announcement tomorrow? I don't think we're going to find out until they walk on the field.
Why would you tell anyone until the first quarter against Arizona?
Especially us.
Yeah.
All right, a former Cougar is now part of the newest high school in Utah, the Farmington Phoenix.
Yeah, it's not easy building a program from scratch. Daniel Coates is taking on the challenge in his first opportunity as a head coach.
Football's opened up so many doors for me, and it gave me a great head start into life.
Daniel Coates was a freshman All-American at BYU. He caught 9 touchdowns as a Cougar.
Down the seam to the tight end. Daniel Coates, touchdown Cougars.
He then played 4 years in the NFL with the Bengals and Broncos.
And he's able to find Daniel Coates.
But the most fun he had playing football was at Northridge High School.
The team, the coaching staff, the community, it was by far the greatest time I've ever had playing.
Daniel was on back-to-back state championship teams at Northridge and was the 2001 Deseret News Mr. Football.
Communicate now with each other on who's got who.
His coach at Northridge, Fred Fernandez, became a mentor and changed his life.
I was a stupid teenager. I mean, I was doing all the typical wrong things that I shouldn't have been. And I needed that, you know, that adult figure, the one that I trusted, but two that I was scared of, you know, and I think there's nobody better to play that balance than a high school coach. They can tell you, like, hey, you're messing up. And when he did, I listened, and, you know, it fixed things, and it helped me get to everywhere that I got to go. So to try to be that for somebody else now is huge to me.
After 4 years as an assistant coach at Roy and Northridge high schools, Daniel has earned the opportunity to be a head coach at the brand new Farmington High School.
The high school football was the greatest time, you know, in my life, and I missed it. And I wanted to just be a part of it somehow, some way. And it's just not enough to sit in the stands.
Gotta have speed with it, gotta have speed.
Now Daniel has a chance to be a mentor himself and have the same impact on young men that look up to him and his accomplishments.
Did you know about his football accomplishments before you met him?
I met him, and then I'm like, I gotta look up on this guy, and I didn't realize how big of a deal he was until I kind of researched him a little more.
Hey, bring that back halfway.
I met him the first time, and I said, I have to play for this guy, so he just immediately, I knew that he was a guy I wanted to play for.
Yeah, don't chase for it. It's not you.
He's played in every level of football, so he just knows what it takes to be successful in the high school, college, and professional level. So everything he says just kind of has a bigger magnitude because he's done it.
What's it like to be a part of something new and to build something new?
It's a little harder than I thought. It's a little tougher. I mean, when you first think of, like, there's no traditions and you get to do whatever you want and you get to create whatever you want, it sounds great at first, but then as you start creating it, there's so many tiny little nuances that you miss. Little things from how you run onto the field to what cheer you do to, you know, how you approach the sideline, what are the sideline rules, just all these little things that, you know, you kind of take for granted that somebody else set up and that you can kind of just play off of. It's exciting, but oh man, it has been some work.
Go! Hit! It takes time to build a program, to build a winner. But Coach Coates believes success can come early for this program that he's building from scratch.
To be honest with you, when I first took the job, I thought it was going to be they're going to give me a couple years to kind of figure things out. But after meeting the guys and seeing what we have and the talent that we have in places, we're ready to come compete. We're setting a higher bar for ourselves that we're not just coming out here to put on a good show. We're coming out to win. So to get a chance to come try to wrangle this monster is exciting because so much talent and so much just love for the game that, I mean, it's a paradise for anybody that wants to come coach.
I expect to win. I think we have all the potential in the world to go out there and win.
We're kind of sick of hearing first year of school, it's gonna be hard, but we just want to win. It's that simple. We're ready to win, and we've put in the work, and we're just ready to go.
It makes me feel old that high school football players today are too young to remember Daniel Coates and that 2006 BYU team. Crazy. Farmington's first game was Friday. We're going to show you how that went coming up later in the show.
As well as we will recap the entire week one of the high school football season in a few minutes, including the results from your votes on the top plays from the first week of high school football. And Utah State, only 12 days away from opening up at Michigan State. Head coach Matt Wells joining us in studio next.
Touch, oh my God.
Oh, nasty, nasty here. Indy crash. We'll have an update a little bit later.
You're watching SportsBeat.
Welcome back, and welcome in studio the head football coach for Utah State, Matt Wells. Coach, thanks for coming down.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
12 days away from your opener where?
Michigan State. You already knew that.
So how's the first 2 weeks gone of practice? I know you probably haven't done a lot of prepping on them, just trying to get yourself straight.
Yeah, it's been all of us up until through last night, and then breaking kind of camp today, and tomorrow we start some scout team work in Michigan State and getting a little bit of head start on them.
What have you guys learned the last couple of weeks about your team? Maybe that you didn't really know going into it, or something's better?
Probably just a few individual position battles. I would probably say, seeing some new receivers that you just seen them on paper. They weren't with us in spring. A couple new DBs. Some of those kind of guys, I would think. I don't know if the outlook of the whole team or either side of the ball really has changed much for me, but it's more, we've got some guys ready to play now instead of later, some new guys, and so that's encouraging.
I look at the roster, and this team reminds me of the 2013 team that won 9 games, won the division, went to the Mountain West Championship game, loaded with NFL players. Is there any comparison? Do you see the similarities, or is that a little bit too much?
No, I don't think it's too much. I hope this team does what that team did, and that's win close games. That's something that we've talked about in training camp quite a bit. That team in 2013 had great player-led leadership. A little bit of their mantra was just get it to the fourth, and they'll find a way to win it. And then, now the one difference I think in this team compared to them is I think we're a little deeper. I think our last couple recruiting classes, very little attrition. I think we've developed some kids. We have a little bit more depth. That 2013 team, besides the quarterback position, we went to only three deep that year. Really didn't get a whole lot of guys hurt that year. And so you didn't really see the backups. They weren't real good then, to be honest with you. Our starters were pretty good.
You talked about your receiver stepping up, but the guy that's going to get him the ball, Jordan Love, great experience the second half of last season. What have you seen with Jordan taking that next step to be the leader this year?
First of all, you've seen it a little bit in his knowledge of the offense, first of all. Second thing, I think he's become a little bit more of a vocal leader. That's not real natural to Jordan. Jordan's probably quieter, I would think, by nature than louder. But in the essence of the quarterback position, you need to be a vocal leader. He doesn't need to step outside the realms of his normal personality, but you've seen he does it in a little bit different way. He's done a really nice job with the receivers, especially some of the new guys, bringing them up. And then I've seen him interact a little bit different with the O-line too.
On defense, you told me at Mountain West Media Day you've got to find guys to replace Jalen Davis and Dallin Levitt in the secondary. Are you finding those guys in camp?
Yeah, we're getting closer, and the guy that's really had a good camp is Shaq Bond. He's a new player from Southwestern Junior College down in San Diego, and he's a 3-for-3. Comes in as a sophomore junior college transfer that has come in after spring ball was over. That will allow us to play Jamarcus Ingram more at corner. Jamarcus has played both ways, corner and safety during training camp. DJ Williams, a junior college transfer that came in January, has really solidified one of the corner jobs. Deontay Fortenberry is the other corner. Gage Ferguson's been very, very consistent over the last 2 years. And so, I don't know if you'll ever replace those two guys. They're good players, tremendous players. They're still playing, in the league right now today. But I think we've had some guys step up.
And quickly, how pumped are your guys? Are they ready to go at Michigan State?
Yeah, it's a tremendous, what a great opportunity for us to go into that environment against a very consistent, established program for a long, long time, and go into that atmosphere. And it's a great opportunity. See right where we're at. Can we get it to the fourth quarter and have a chance to win? Last year we got it to halftime at Wisconsin, and then we stunk in the third quarter. I mean, we missed some tackles. We turned the ball over on offense, and then we were out of it. Can we get past that point this year and get it to the fourth quarter where I believe anything can happen?
It's almost here.
Yep.
All right. Well, good luck in the prep the next couple weeks.
Thanks, Rod. Appreciate it.
Have fun at Michigan State.
Okay.
Great clips of the week.
Bugs at the Bees game Monday. A lot of bugs. In fact, this was biblical.
Say it. There's unbelievable.
The curse of all curses. Everybody in the crowd just stops watching the game and is just swatting these bugs. I don't know where they came from, but it was a large amount, and, well, glad they're gone.
At least they're not snakes. Rockets James Harden held a celebrity softball game. That's Donovan Mitchell at the plate. And, guys, why would you expect anything else but this from this guy? Blast a home run over the right field fence.
Batted left-handed, too.
Yeah.
Hey, Chicago has another famous nun. Sister Jean became a star for Loyola Chicago's NCAA tournament team. Now it's Sister Mary Jo's turn. She threw out the first pitch at the White Sox game. Outside corner. That pitch was incredible. Maybe the White Sox should sign her for the rest of the season. They don't have anybody pitching well. They're terrible.
Former Ute receiver Tim Patrick having a good camp with the Broncos. He knows what to do where there's a camera, right? The Mile High salute.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah. He may be young, but he knows what he's doing now.
Yes, he does.
All right, final round of the Siegfried and Jensen Utah Open at Riverside Country Club in Provo. 2016 champ Zakiah Brown of Colorado had a one-shot lead over former Dixie Stater Dusty Fielding and former Lone Peak High star Garrett Fotu. And this was, though, Dusty Fielding. He had the best day of the three, holding a two-shot lead here on 18. Dusty's approach, and that thing will roll up nice and snug. Jeremiah, you can even make that one.
Actually, no.
But he steps up, and yes, he finishes it off in style, dropping the birdie. Dusty Fielding wins the Siegfried and Jensen Open by 3 shots with a final round of a final round of 5 under, 16 under total, and a first-place check of $20,000.
Honestly, I kind of built momentum as the day went. I started out a little shaky again, but got more comfortable in the middle of the round and played some really good golf. And then a little shaky down the stretch, and kind of just told myself to man up on that last hole and hit a decent shot.
Now to soccer. Real Salt Lake came up with a big win last night in Houston, but it took something that has never happened in Major League Soccer history to get the 3 points. Real Salt Lake outshot and outplayed the Dynamo, but we're down 1-0 at the half. Boniek Garcia off the volley. Ugh. Down 1 in stoppage time after heated comments on the broadcast during halftime. Albert Rusnak gets the equalizer. Then with just seconds left, Bofo Saucedo draws a foul in the box. A little controversial, but he did stick that leg out. Rusnak buries the PK, and RSL steals all 3 points. Rusnak, the first player in MLS history to score an equalizer and game winner in stoppage time in the same game.
We know that the road games are not easy in this league, and they're not especially easy for us because somehow we managed to win just 2 games, this year away, and we're still in a playoff position. So It's crazy, but this league is crazy ever since I came here. You know, anybody can beat anybody, and all we have to look now is towards the next game and take one game at a time.
All right, now to hoops. The Utah Jazz training camp just 6 weeks away. How about that? Here's a look at Grayson Allen in a Utah Jazz uniform. He took part in a rookie photo shoot with Panini trading cards. He now has his own basketball card, which is a dream come true for him.
Getting my first Panini NBA trading card is kind of surreal. You know, you see yourself on there, especially as a kid who had a ton of cards, and I probably still have them actually at home in my room in a binder somewhere. It feels really good to wear the Jazz jersey. Every time I put it on, it still doesn't feel real. It's an amazing opportunity and a blessing, and I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for our first game.
Pocono Raceway in Pennsylvania, Indy cars, ABC Supply 500, 7th lap, Ryan Hunter, Robert Wickens bump each other.
Oh, that's Robert Wickens. Stay down.
Oh, man, Jeremiah, nasty, nasty stuff right there. Wickens getting the worst of it, going airborne and catching the catch fence. Now, while others were able to get out of their cars under their own power, Wickens had to be extricated from his car. He was alert while he was being airlifted to a local hospital, and word late tonight is Wickens suffering from orthopedic injuries. All right, week one of the high school football season is here. It's in the books now. Game night live for our game of the week was Friday, Jordan at East.
Yeah, both of these teams are known for their high-powered offenses, averaging nearly 40 points a game last year. But, of course, new players in new places to start a new season.
So we got our first look to see if the Leopards and Beat Diggers were in a rebuild or reload mode. And you got to watch the game live on our KSL TV app. It's opening night of high school football here in the state of Utah. Off on the left side, big break, and it's a foot race to the end zone, and they're not gonna catch him. Charlie Vincent on the first play from scrimmage for the Leopards.
When did you know that you had clear sailing and a touchdown? Before the game. Before the game? Yeah.
Third down, 17. Bruder caught inside the 5. Wow, what a great play. Peyton Yak, touchdown, 19 yards. The Beat Diggers on the board here in the second quarter. First down at 5, 31-yard line. And off up the middle, he's got some room. Touchdown, East. 31 yards, 2-2 span. Glad, he's going deep. Got a man there. It's caught down at the 2-yard line. And how did he catch that? Chris Wong. Josh Glad, touchdown. Josh Glad, 1 yard. At the end of one half of play, the East Leopards 21, the Jordan Beat Diggers 7. Finally, after about an hour and 45-minute lightning delay, we are ready to begin the second half. Second down and 7 from the 30. That is 2-2 span. 2-2 span has a touchdown, 30 yards.
Talk about a couple touchdowns tonight. Just talk about your performance.
Man, I'm gonna quote Marshawn Lynch, man. For as broke as I am, I'm gonna treat my linemen out to sizzlers.
Fourth down and 20. Ball goes over the head of the punter and out of the end zone. It's a safety. 2 more points tacked on for the East Leopards. It took a while longer, but we've come to the end of 3 quarters, and the East Leopards lead the Jordan Beat Diggers 30-7. Handoff, touchdown, East. And that's Josh Parker taking it in. 3rd and 14. Bruder got his man. Bolingbrook, touchdown, 16 yards. And now Jordan's starting to feel a little bit better about themselves in a tough second half. Del Toro, is he in for the touchdown? Yep. Yes, he is. Touchdown, 3 yards. And that will do it. The East Leopards come away with the opening night win, 36-21 over the Jordan Beat Diggers.
Yeah, and 1-0 is better than 0-1.
Who do you guys play next week?
Bingo.
Bingo. How many times did you play them last year?
Twice.
How many games did you win last year?
Yeah.
You know what all these guys are talking about now?
Bingham. No question.
You've been thinking about that in a while?
No, I haven't thought about it. I've been thinking about Jordan.
liar. See you next week.
Best coach without a doubt.
Believe him for a second. We don't believe him at all. All right, this Friday, our Game Night Live crew will be at Farmington, the Phoenix first ever home game. They'll be hosting Northridge. Our coverage begins at 6 o'clock. You can watch the game on our KSL TV app. And Jeremiah, if you don't have the app, which I know you do, but it's no problem because you can just go and download it for free and watch.
It's free. Download it. Use it.
All
It's
right,
awesome.
Coming up, you voted. Now the results of the top 5 high school plays of the week come up.
And we had one of the best finishes you'll see all year in week 1. We'll show it to you next.
All right, well, what a wacky first Friday of high school football we had, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
And I got to say it, it was electric. I'm not going to do electric slide, but it was electric.
More than 20 games delayed by lightning Friday night. Some games might still be going on. We don't know. Also, there was some electricity on the field. Some great week 1 games, starting with Springville and Dixie.
Was I wrong?
You were not wrong. These two teams meeting in week 1 for the 13th straight year. It has a rivalry feel. You'll see why here shortly. Dixie rolling early. Quarterback Reggie Graff taking a shot. 2 receivers in the same place. Tyson Miller has it. 54-yard touchdown. Dixie took a 21-12 lead at halftime. Graff to Nolan Mahi. That lead held late into the 4th quarter when Springville starts to rally. Down 9 with time winding down. The Red Devils find the end zone. Peyton Murphy to Clayton Johnson. His foot's in. Now they need the ball back. Onside kick. And the ball bounces their way. Porter Thorpe recovers. So they have a chance. 3 seconds left. Murphy going to Johnson. Game winner. What a catch. Springville shocks Dixie with an improbable rally.
Skyridge coming off a runner-up finish in the 5A title game at Riverton. Silver Wolves coming off a 3-8 season. Looked like the Falcons would roll in this one. Jaden Clemens to Nathan Upham. 31-yard touchdown, but Riverton would do a great job of scouting the offense. Hunter Williams. That would be a 50-yard pick 6 for a what, Jeremiah?
Touchdown.
Riverton has a 14-7 lead. They weren't done. Second quarter, it's deja vu all over again. Tristan Hymas, he has a pick 6 for a touchdown. 45 yards worth. Riverton holds off a late rally, and they get a stunner in the opener. 24-21.
Sorry, it's late on that. Visiting Weber Warriors get on the board first against American Fork. 1-yard dive, 7-0 Weber. But after that, it was the Boone Abbott to Chase Roberts show. 22-yard touchdown. Roberts is headed to BYU next year, BYU fans. Helps coming. Then Abbott goes long, 50 yards to Roberts. It's 14-7 in the second. Then with 15 seconds left in the half, Abbott again to Roberts. Well, they got a good thing going on here at American Fork, and they have an impressive debut to the season.
Well, the new football season actually kicked off on Thursday night. A battle of the defending champs, 6A Bingham at 4A Orem. Of course, different faces at different places for these teams, but still a power matchup. Scoreless in the second quarter. Bingham's Peyton Jones slant to Braden Whistler. He takes it in for the touchdown. Extra point no good, though. Orem comes right back. Cooper Lagata, Puka Nakua committed to USC. That's why 32 yards. Tigers have a 7-6 lead. Final 3 minutes of the first half. Jones to RV Harick, 14 yards. Bingham back on top, 12-7. Final seconds of the half. Jones again, this time to Jake Cragen. Miners missed their 3rd extra point of the half, though, but they're still up 18-7. Bingham now up 25-7 in the 3rd. And this is Puka Nakua and why he's the best, right? Not going to grab him. 80 yards worth, and then in the 4th, though, Andrew Wimmer, he will run away with it. 45-yard touchdown. Bingham wins the Battle of Champs, 39-22.
Another top 10 matchup, this one in Utah County. Lone Peak and Harriman both reached the 6A semifinals last season, both loaded with talent and ready to make another run. This is a great way to get things started for Lone Peak. They take a shot early, and it pays off. What a catch by Kobe Freeman. It sets up a touchdown. Another great catch by Sean Wood in the back of the end zone. And Lone Peak takes a 7-0 lead. They take a 14-0 lead when Braden Siri connects with Tommy Doman. The Harriman defense is strong once again. Miles Jefferson, pick 6. There were a lot of them in week 1. 39-yard return, 17-7 Lone Peak at the half. Now to the 4th quarter. It's 17-14 Lone Peak. Harriman driving to take the lead. Oh, but they fumble at the goal line. Then the offense for Lone Peak delivers the dagger with a little trickeration. Siri to wide receiver Davis Child, and he can sling it. Woo, your wide receiver throwing a ball like that. Trajan Hansen wide open for the touchdown, and Lone Peak gets the win.
Corner Canyon, Pleasant Grove, PG running back Dane Christiansen puts the Vikings up in the third, 56 yards. Pleasant Grove up 30-20, entering the fourth when Corner Canyon would rally. Cole Hagan filling the shoes of Zach Wilson, of course, now BYU. 35 yards to John Mitchell. He and Mitchell had it going in the fourth. How about another one? Touchdown. That one gives Corner Canyon the lead. It worked so well the first two times, why not another one? Mitchell had 7 catches, 204 yards, 4 touchdowns. Chargers get the win, 40-30.
Catches everything.
All right, the Farmington Phoenix, of course, they're the new school this year. They played their first game in school history on Friday night in Timpanogos.
Yeah, also the head coaching debut of former BYU Cougar Daniel Coates. We showed you that earlier. More on the, we actually have the highlights of the game. So let's show you how it actually played out. This is the first play from scrimmage. Timpanogos' Rory Ziegra. It's an 80-yard run. It's a good start for Timpanogos. And it's a touchdown. Let's go to the second drive for Timpanogos. Quarterback Gabriel Sweeten. This is sweet. Sorry, that's terrible. He dives for the pylon, 14-0. Farmington driving.
Not very electric yet.
Wyatt Evertson to Jeremy Wilcox, a 50-yard touchdown. That's the first touchdown in school history. Woo! 14-7 at that point, but it was a rough debut for the Phoenix. Timpanogos wins this one big.
We'll be at their new school Friday night for Game Night Live. All right, the top plays of week 1 is coming up next. And the season debut of the highlight reel. We got more of the best. All right, as part of our Game Night Live coverage, we're asking for your opinion on the top plays each week in high school football.
Yeah, so we'll show you the nominees on Game Night Live on Saturday at 6 o'clock. Then you can vote on Twitter at KSL Sports. Then we'll reveal the winner each Sunday night.
Right now, here it is.
54% of you guys voted. The best play of the week was this, the Springville Miracle. I don't know what they're calling it in Springville, but it was awesome. The Red Devil rally laid over Dixie. Peyton Murphy to Clayton Johnson with 3 seconds left after trailing 21-12 in the final minute. This beat out Puka Nakua's ninja touchdown, which was number 3 on SportsCenter's top plays on Thursday night.
This was
That was good.
That was drama.
In order to beat Puka, that was pretty darn good.
And it's probably one of the best finishes of the year, and it's only week 1.
Yeah.
All right, well, Friday night, game 1 of the high school football season, kind of discombobulated with all the games being delayed by lightning.
But there was a lot of great stuff that happened. It really didn't affect the play on the field because we had so many great plays to choose from for our highlight reel. And you know what? It's time for you to for us to show you that highlight reel. We show this every week on Game Night Live at 6 o'clock, and it's fun to show it now on SportsBeat. Here's the best of the week on our latest highlight reel.
Good night.